The city moves under a gray morning sky while its heartbeat stays uneven, shaken by rumors of a criminal no one seems able to stop. Gotham's banks, police stations, and streets feel the tension long before anyone sees the man behind it. Somewhere across the river, a group of masked robbers prepares for a job with military precision. None of them know each other, and none of them know the full plan. They only know the man who hired them has promised a small fortune and that the final share will be large enough to blind them to the danger. One by one they jump out of a van and make their way into a downtown bank, each following the plan exactly, each unaware that the same voice giving orders has instructed each of them to remove the others once their task is complete. Inside the bank, customers and employees stare in shock as the robbers take control. The operation is fast, loud and frightening, but it isn't sloppy. Every step is timed, and every movement fits a larger design. As the thieves start cracking open the vault, they begin eliminating each other, confused but desperate to grab a bigger share. Eventually only one remains, a man wearing a cheap clown mask. He loads the bags of money, steps outside and reveals the painted face beneath the mask. The Joker stands in the sunlight, his expression wild and amused as he escapes in a school bus that slips perfectly into the flow of traffic, disappearing into the city that is about to learn what real chaos looks like. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne's world remains split between two identities. By day he tries to appear as the carefree billionaire who spends money for amusement, hosts lavish events and floats through high society without a worry. By night he becomes the shadow moving across rooftops, the dark figure criminals fear. Batman has kept crime on the run for months and has inspired the police force to fight harder. Lieutenant Jim Gordon has formed a quiet alliance with him, passing information, coordinating raids and trusty. The pressure on Gotham grows heavier every day, and the Joker treats the city like a stage built for his own amusement. He interrupts television broadcasts, sends threats wrapped in riddles and continues selecting victims based on whoever he thinks will cause the most panic. His message stays the same. Batman must reveal himself, or more people will die. The police scramble to protect those at risk while the public demands that the masked vigilante come forward and end the nightmare. Bruce feels the walls closing in. Every life taken feels like a personal failure, and he begins questioning the entire mission he started. He designed Batman to inspire fear in criminals, not to bring terror to innocent people. He debates telling the world the truth, believing that the Joker might finally be stopped if he steps out of the shadows. Alfred watches him struggle with something deeper than responsibility. Bruce has built his identity around the mask for so long that giving it up feels like giving up the only way he knows how to save the city. During a tense press conference, Bruce prepares to announce that he is Batman, but Harvey Dent steps forward before he can. Harvey interrupts the room, claiming that he is the masked vigilante. Reporters shout questions, officers rush in, and the room spins into chaos. Dent looks calm even as he lies, knowing the city needs Batman free and operating in the shadows. He believes he can withstand the pressure better than Bruce because he fights within the law, not above it. The police arrest Harvey to hand him over as bait, hoping the Joker will come for him and allow them to trap the madman. Gordon and his officers form a convoy to transfer Harvey across the city. Sirens echo off buildings while armored trucks roll through the streets. People watch the procession pass, unsure whether to feel safer or more terrified. Batman follows from the rooftops, knowing Harvey is in danger but also knowing he cannot reveal himself without undoing T. Harvey Dent lies in the dim hospital room, the blinds half closed and the light cutting across his bandaged face. The doctors and nurses try to treat his injuries, but no one can reach the anger building inside him. His mind loops through the same moments again and again, Rachel's voice, the explosion, the betrayal he believes came from the people he trusted. Every visit from Gordon only makes it worse. Gordon tries to apologize, tries to explain how deeply the department was infiltrated by criminals and how no one saw the Joker's plan clearly enough. But Harvey is done listening. Whatever faith he once had in the system is gone. The Joker, knowing exactly how fragile Harvey has become, walks into the hospital disguised as a nurse. Harvey looks at him with hatred, ready to kill him on sight. But the Joker talks softly, almost gently, as if sharing a secret between survivors of a disaster. He says he didn't plan for corrupt officers to betray Rachel. He claims he just gave people a little push and watched their true nature appear. The Joker insists he isn't the one to blame, the world is. He tells Harvey that chance is the only thing that's fair, that people pretend to be good until the world strips away their illusions. The Joker then places Harvey's coin in his hand and leaves him to decide his next move. Harvey flips the coin. The scarred side lands face up. The nurse uniform Joker wore waves behind him as he exits. Moments later, the hospital explodes. Harvey walks out before the blast, heading toward a path he never expected to take. The man the city once called the White Knight is gone. What remains is someone driven entirely by the belief that justice must come through chance, not law. Gordon and his officers are overwhelmed with calls and evacuations as the Joker's attacks spread through Gotham. The city feels ready to break. The Joker then reveals his next plan. He rigs 2 ferries with explosives. One is filled with regular citizens trying to escape. The rooftop is quiet except for the trembling breath of Gordon's son and the low growl of Harvey's voice as he pushes the boy closer to the edge. The light from the street cuts across half of Harvey's ruined face, giving him a look that reflects exactly what he feels inside. Once, he stood before crowds and promised justice through the law. Now he stands with a gun in his hand, letting the flip of a coin decide who lives and who dies. Gordon watches helplessly, trapped between guilt and fear, praying for a miracle that feels farther away with each passing second. Batman steps forward, trying to draw Harvey's attention away from the boy. He talks to him calmly, reminding him of Rachel, reminding him of the ideals they wanted to protect. But Harvey barely hears him. His mind is locked in a loop built from pain, betrayal and the last words Rachel spoke before the explosion stole her life. The coin rises again, glinting in the weak light as Harvey flicks it upward. Batman knows that if it lands on the scarred side, Harvey will pull the trigger. The coin lands. Harvey tightens his grip. Batman reacts instantly, tackling Harvey and forcing the shot away. The struggle sends all 3 men stumbling near the edge. Harvey slips. Batman reaches out but can't stop the fall. Harvey crashes to the ground below, motionless, the coin lying beside him scarred side up. Gordon gathers his son, holding him close as he tries to process the same truth Batman does. Harvey Dent is dead, but his actions, his crimes, will live on if the world learns what he did. Gordon looks at Batman with a heavy heart. He knows the city will lose hope if they find out that the man who fought so hard for justice became a murderer. All the progress they made, all the trust they built, would collapse overnight. Criminals would rise again, and Gotham would fall into the corruption that Harvey tried to clean out. The Joker planned for this moment, knowing that Harvey's downfall would do more damage than any blow.